Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 10.8 of pre-algebra math, part 1. Part 2 is available here. Did you know that? Email me for part 2, as well as all your other course materials. Okay, 10.8, volumes again of pyramids and cones. We have a 34-point class worksheet today. No notebook taking today. Here's our standard solving volume problems. Okay, teachers, today's bell work is, what is the approximate volume of a cylinder with a diameter of 18 meters and a height of 3 meters? What's our volume? And then determine whether the triangle with the given lengths is a right triangle. Okay, students, you got that? I give you 5 minutes. Okay, welcome back. You're done. And then here's your solution up here. What is the volume? Pi r squared h, right? Here's your formula. Plug in, you get 763 here. H would be the correct answer there. Then down here, is this a right triangle? Well, it is a right triangle. When you plug in here, this is your hypotenuse. These are your two sides. You square them. Do they add up to the hypotenuse squared? They do. So this is a right triangle. Okay. Page 1 of our classwork. You found the volumes of prisms and cylinders. You'll find the volumes of pyramids and cones. Hooray! So, consider a prism and a pyramid. They have the same base area and the same height. If you completely fill a pyramid with sand and pour the sand into the prism, you'll find the sand fills 1/3 of the prism. You can conclude that the volume of the pyramid is 1/3 of the volume of the prism from doing this little experiment. The same relationship holds for a cylinder and a cone with the same base area and the same height. Did you know that? Between a cylinder and a cone. Here we go. Here's a rectangular prism. Here is a pyramid. So 1/3 of this pyramid will fill a rectangular prism with the same base area here. So that is 1/3 h. Would be the relationship between a rectangle and a pyramid. So there's your pyramid. Volume of a pyramid or a cone. Words. The volume V of a pyramid or a cone is 1/3 of the product of the base area B and the height h. So that's how we derive that. It's from this little constructive experiment here. If you have such tools, you can prove that doing this. Pyramid, and then here's a cone. They both have the same relationship to a rectangle. So, example 1, find a volume of a pyramid. The base of a pyramid is square. The side length of the square is 24 feet. The height of the pyramid is 9 feet. Find the volume of the pyramid. So, here's our formula. 1/3 base times height. Write the volume for a pyramid. So we know 24 squared. The length of the side of a square is 24 feet. And then the height would be 9. So we have a side length and then the height. So substitute 24 squared for B and 9 for H. And we get this number here for the volume of this pyramid. And 1728. So what does that have to do with this? Find the volume of the pyramid. Here is our pyramid here. It's a square pyramid with a height of 10 centimeters here. Students, this is yours down here, 2410. So beware of that. Anyways, onward with our first solution up here. Volume equals 1/3 base times height. So we have 1/3, 14 squared times 10 equals this number here. And is it this you're lucky? Okay, example 2 here today. Finding the volume of a cone. Here's our cone here. Find the volume of the cone shown. So, round to the nearest cubic mil. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, yeah. So the radius is 1/2 of the diameter. So R equals 6.75 up here. You know that much. So here's our formula here for the volume of a cone. 1/3 pi r squared h. There's your formula for the volume of a cone. And so what do we know? What do we do now? Here is our plug-in from our values of our cone here of 1/3 pi r h. Here's our r is 6.75 and our height here is 10. Then we do our math and we come up with 477.1. That is our volume of this cone right here. Okay, guided practice. Find the volume of this cone. Students, this is yours. Find the volume of the cone. Okay, our guided practice, 1/3 pi r squared h. So we do our plug-in. We come in with 115 for cubic meters for this cone. Students, this is yours. Do it. And that is lesson 10.8, part 1. Part 2 is available here. Worksheets, class worksheets, tutoring, you name it. Get a hold of me. Thanks.